Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of Under the Wrist Tape. I'm Steven.
I'm Jake.
And this will be our second pay-per-view prediction show, and we're going to predict the matches for Over the Limit. Starting with the pre-show, which is going to be Zack Ryder versus Kane. What's your thoughts?
My thoughts, it's going to be a delayed squash, pretty much. It's going to be Kane beating the hell out of Zack Ryder for about 5 minutes, culminating with either a chokeslam or a tombstone. It's just going to go back to their old feud where Kane was dominant, and yeah. Yeah,
I definitely do not see this match to be even at all. We've seen Kane just decimate Zack Ryder while Kane versus John Cena was feuding, put him in a wheelchair. And
push him off the stage.
Yeah, I know. We recently seen Zack Ryder not even on like a main show. We've seen him on Superstars, and really, just the matchup itself at this point in time, I do not see Zack Ryder winning at all.
No chance.
So I definitely predict Kane.
Next match, Layla versus Beth Phoenix for the Divas Championship. Who do you see winning this one?
I'll tell you, I'd rather see Beth Phoenix and Karma. But right
Who
now,
wouldn't?
I don't know. It's really tough to say for this match because they just brought in Layla to just destroy the Bella twins, but Beth Phoenix is so dominant, I can't really figure out who's going to win between them. But I would say what I want to win, rather than who I think's going to win. You know what? No, I want it to be a no contest. Like I said, between the Bella match and the Beth Phoenix match, I want Karma to come out, because she's ready. You know, she is ready to wrestle. It's just that W Creative has nothing for her. That's what they claim, even though at this pay-per-view you can certainly make something for her if you make her interfere in this match.
What's wrong with having a triple threat feud?
Exactly. That's what I want to happen. I want Karma to come out, just destroy them, and then set up a triple threat match for Capital Punishment, I believe.
I see Beth Phoenix winning this match, but I see Karma coming out after.
Okay.
Because if they're ready for her, then those two can start a feud. Hell, even keep Layla and say, Layla,
yeah.
I want my rematch.
Yeah.
Maybe have a triple threat Divas match at Capital Punishment.
Okay, so you believe Beth Phoenix is going to win. I believe Layla is going to win because of a no contest, but we both want triple threat match between Layla, Beth Phoenix, and Karma at Capital Punishment.
Yes.
Okay, so the next match in the card is for the Tag Team Championship. R-Truth and Kofi Kingston versus Jack Swagger and Dolph Ziggler.
I see R-Truth and Kofi Kingston taking this one. I don't think they're going to lose the titles just yet. But if Swagger and Ziggler do win, I can see a nice feud evolving there. Wouldn't mind seeing that. But yeah, I think they're going to keep the titles off on Kofi and R-Truth for a while.
Yeah, I agree with you. Kofi Kingston and R-Truth will get the match. But I still see them still feuding with maybe like Dolph Ziggler and Jack Swagger. But there's still a lot of other tag teams now in the mix where they can go after the titles themselves now. Because I'd rather see Dolph Ziggler go after the WWE Championship or the World Heavyweight Championship rather than teaming up with Jack Swagger and go for the Tag Team Championships.
I agree with you on that one.
We both agree Jack Swagger can be a mid-carder, Dolph Ziggler, top of the line.
Exactly.
Next match.
Fatal 4-Way for the World Heavyweight Championship. Sheamus versus Chris Jericho versus Alberto Del Rio versus Randy Orton. This one is difficult to see.
Very difficult.
Because it's a Fatal 4-Way. You have 4 options here. I can tell you who I don't see winning this match, and that's Chris Jericho.
I can even rule out Alberto Del Rio. That's what they made it seem by not having him appear at SmackDown.
That's true. With that being left, Sheamus and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
I see Sheamus retaining.
Yeah. Well, this is what I believe they're trying to do. They made it seem that it's Randy Orton versus Sheamus, which is a couple of guys in the background, you know, Y2J and Del Rio, but it's basically just a singles match between Sheamus and Randy Orton. That's what they made it. That's how they made it out because of what happened on Friday Night SmackDown.
Exactly.
I do not see Chris Jericho winning because he's reportedly
going back to tour with Fozzy.
And they are teasing it to be even Over the Limit being his last match.
Wow.
And like I said, I don't see Del Rio.
Del Rio would be an upset, but I'd like to see Del Rio.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Del Rio having the World Heavyweight Championship, but I do not see him winning it. And I'm saying it's either Randy Orton or Sheamus, because, you know, Sheamus hasn't had a title around him in a while, and Randy Orton hasn't had a title around his waist in a while, and he's like their top WWE's top guy, so you're going to probably put it on him soon than later. But I still don't see Sheamus losing it quite yet.
No, he should have a longer reign.
I say Sheamus wins, but it sets up a Randy Orton and Sheamus feud, like just between themselves.
Yeah, I see that happening too. I know you'd like to introduce the next match.
Yeah, so the next match would be probably the match of the year. It's going to be CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan.
Without a doubt, match of the year contender already. You have Daniel Bryan, one of the best wrestlers in the world, against CM Punk, one of the best wrestlers in the world, probably the two best in North America right now.
Yeah.
Because they've traveled all over the world, honing their skills in Mexico, Japan, Europe. So many different styles they bring to the table. But they're so even too.
Yeah.
They're both students of the game when it comes to mat wrestling. They're both skilled strikers, submission experts. Very agile. Like, this is one of the first times I've seen in WWE for a while where they haven't had some really big muscular guy doing the main event. Well, except for back when they had Punk versus Jericho, they're bringing in wrestling to the forefront. Not just guys who couldn't make it in the bodybuilding and weightlifting business. They're actually bringing guys who've trained to become professional wrestlers.
Yeah.
That being said, this one is really close to call, but with the CM Punk versus Kane fallout, I believe that CM Punk is going to overcome the odds and defeat Daniel Bryan. However, this will set up for another feud, which I'm hoping. Maybe a trilogy like back in Ring of Honor 2004-2005, Samoa Joe versus CM Punk. Some of the best matches in wrestling history. Maybe we could have a nice trilogy between Daniel Bryan and CM Punk.
Yeah.
This WWE title.
I'd say if the match is clean, no one interferes, it's just Daniel Bryan versus CM Punk. I see CM Punk taking it. But remember when Daniel Bryan said, hey, I'm going to make Caitlyn my girlfriend now. And if he brings Caitlyn to the ringside, I can see AJ coming out and probably costing the match for CM Punk. Because remember what CM Punk said to AJ?
I don't want to be involved in any of this.
You're basically psychotic, is what he basically said to her. And that infuriated her. So I can kind of see if Daniel Bryan does make the move with Caitlyn, that's just going to make AJ go over the top and probably cost the match for CM Punk.
Probably.
But we both agree the match will be excellent. I want to see another match between them at Capital Punishment, probably a 2 out of 3 falls match. Hell, I would even want a pay-per-view with them, like we said before, 3 stages of hell.
3 stages? 6.
Yeah. But I can watch Daniel Bryan and CM Punk all day.
I agree with you 100% on that one.
Yeah, but which will probably be the main event, which is depressing to say, is going to be John Laurinaitis versus John Cena.
I'm actually really looking forward to this match. I want to see Johnny Ace get in there and actually throw around with him. Cena's going to dominate most of the match, we know that.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'm going to let you make your prediction first because you have this thing thoroughly planned out.
Last Monday Night Raw, we saw who get fired?
The Big Show.
What's a rule that's going to be implied for the match?
Any superstar who interferes will have their contract terminated.
John Laurinaitis just fired the Big Show. What can he do to get his job back? Interfere against John Laurinaitis and John Cena and make John Laurinaitis win the match to keep his job. And if Big Show interferes to keep John Laurinaitis' job, John Laurinaitis is going to have to rehire the Big Show, turn Big Show into a heel, be like John Laurinaitis' like bodyguard basically. And that's how Big Show is going to be back in the WWE.
Maybe they could start like a new Roughly Obsessed and Destroy faction like they did over in Japan where they had all the big American guys and they had Taka Michinoku leading them. Now you could have like Lord Tensai, Big Show, and you could have Johnny Ace leading them. But yeah, I agree with your prediction 100%. It's genius.
Yeah. Well, it was
absolute
just
genius.
it was depressingly predictable. Like, I would have at least not suspected it as much if the firing did not happen this week.
Suddenly? Yeah.
Like, maybe even like a month ago, as soon as Big Show lost the World Heavyweight Championship, John Laurinaitis could have been like, you know what, you've lost your touch, you're not doing well.
He didn't lose the World Heavyweight Championship last month.
Well, I know he had a intercontinental reign with Cody Rhodes, but I'm just saying he should have been fired after the World Heavyweight Championship to even kind of surprise me about this upcoming match with John Laurinaitis and John Cena.
Exactly. But, oh well.
Yeah, so we both agree John Cena is just going to beat the crap out of John Laurinaitis, but then the Big Show's going to come out, well, here comes the choke slam! And then John Laurinaitis is going to win.
Yep. Sad to say, but that's what's going to happen.
So that's the end of our prediction show for Over the Limit. I'm Steven.
I'm Jake.
And you've been watching Under the Wrist Tape. Please support Daniel Bryan. Thank you.